Imagine discovering that some of the most private, emotional words ever written by Princess Diana, words never meant for the public, could soon be sold to the highest bidder. Letters written in trust, in pain, and in confidence. Imagine that the person preparing to cash them in is someone Diana once called a friend. That is the explosive situation now unfolding behind the walls of the British royal family. What was once whispered as rumor is now being discussed as a very real possibility. Sarah Ferguson, the Duchess of York, is reportedly considering selling royal memorabilia, including deeply personal letters from the late Princess Diana, to stabilize her and Prince Andrew's increasingly fragile financial situation. And if this happens, it could trigger one of the most damaging internal crises the monarchy has faced in decades. The House of Windsor is no stranger to scandal. But this feels different. This isn't about bad press or awkward interviews. This is about legacy, loyalty, and the sanctity of private grief. And at the center of it all is a disgraced prince, a determined duchess, and the enduring shadow of the people's princess. The situation begins with Prince Andrew, the Duke of York, whose life has changed dramatically in recent years. Once a senior royal, a decorated naval officer, reportedly Queen Elizabeth II's favorite son, Andrew now lives in near exile from public life. Following his association with Jeffrey Epstein and a disastrous interview that shocked the world, Andrew was stripped of his royal patronages, military titles, and public role. What he was not stripped of at least not yet, was his home. For decades, Andrew has lived at Royal Lodge, a sprawling 30-room mansion set deep inside Windsor Great Park. The property is prestigious, it's historic, and incredibly expensive to maintain. Repairs alone reportedly cost hundreds of thousands of pounds a year. Security adds even more. And unlike working royals, Andrew no longer receives public funding. King Charles III is determined to slim down the monarchy and distance the institution from ongoing controversy. Has reportedly been pressuring his younger brother to leave Royal Lodge and relocate to a smaller, more practical residence, possibly Frogmore Cottage. From the king's perspective, this is about modernization, responsibility, optics. From Andrew's perspective, it feels like exile. Royal Lodge is more than a house to him. It is the last visible symbol of his former status. Losing it would mean accepting that his fall from grace is permanent. And sources suggest Andrew has no intention of leaving quietly, with income drying up and expenses mounting. Insiders say Andrew has been searching for ways to generate serious money. That search has reportedly led him to consider selling royal possessions accumulated over a lifetime inside the institution. But it is the involvement of his ex-wife, Sarah Ferguson, that has truly alarmed the palace. Despite divorcing Andrew in 1996, Sarah universally as Fergie has remained by his side. They still live together at Royal Lodge. They share finances, history, and survival instincts. And according to multiple reports, Fergie may possess something far more powerful than antique furniture or decorative heirlooms. She may possess Diana's letters. Sarah Ferguson and Princess Diana were not just sisters-in-law. They were confidants, allies, and sometimes rivals, bonded by a shared sense of isolation inside the royal machine. In the 1980s, they were the glamorous outsiders who injected warmth and humor into an institution struggling to modernize. They laughed together, suffered together, and confided in one another during their most vulnerable moments. Their friendship was famously turbulent, marked by periods of closeness and distance. But during their years of connection, Diana wrote Sarah deeply personal letters that reportedly detail her marriage struggles, her loneliness, and her private thoughts about life inside the royal family. According to insiders, Sarah Ferguson kept everything, not carelessly, meticulously, wedding keepsakes from her 1986 marriage, gifts received during official tours, personal notes, correspondence, and most controversially, letters from Princess Diana that were never meant to be read by anyone else, to collectors. These documents would be priceless. To the palace, they are a nightmare. The mere possibility of these letters entering the open market has reportedly thrown royal officials into crisis mode. The monarchy depends on discretion, on silence, on the unspoken agreement that private thoughts remain private even. After death, if that code is broken, the damage could be irreversible. Princess Diana occupies a near-sacred place in public memory. Any suggestion that her private words might be sold to resolve a housing dispute feels, to many, like betrayal. But from Sarah Ferguson's perspective, the calculation may be brutally simple. She has faced financial instability for much of her life. After her divorce, she struggled with enormous debt, leading to a series of business ventures that often embarrassed the royal family. Though she later rebuilt her image as an author and public figure, the cost of maintaining a royal lifestyle without royal funding is immense, and the pressure is intensifying. If King Charles forces Andrew out of Royal Lodge without offering meaningful financial support, the Yorks may feel cornered. Their titles no longer guarantee security. Their connections no longer ensure protection. What they still possess is history, and history sells. Legally, the situation is complicated. While Sarah may physically own the letters, the copyright to Diana's words belongs to Diana's estate, managed by Prince William and Prince Harry. That means any buyer could own the paper, but not legally publish its contents without permission. But in the world of elite collectors, ownership alone is often enough. A single Diana dress has sold for millions. Letters are even more powerful. They offer intimacy, truth, unfiltered emotion. If a substantial collection exists, its value could reach staggering levels, and that terrifies the palace. Not only because of what the letters might reveal about Diana's suffering, but because of what they might reveal about King Charles. His marriage to Diana remains one of the most painful chapters in royal history. Any new details, even decades later, could reopen old wounds and cast a shadow over his reign at a time when stability is desperately needed. The timing could not be worse. The royal family has recently faced serious health challenges, with both King Charles and the Princess of Wales undergoing cancer treatment. In moments like these, the monarchy traditionally presents unity and restraint. A very public feud over property and private letters sends the opposite message: family divided, distracted, and driven by resentment. There is also the question of legality surrounding other items Sarah may attempt to sell. Gifts received during official royal duties are often considered property of the crown, not the individual. If such items are included in any sale, legal action from the Royal Collection Trust or the Cabinet Office could follow, which raises a critical question. Is this a real plan or a strategic threat? Some royal watchers believe the leak itself is a warning shot, message to the king: back off or things will get ugly. Others believe the palace leaked its concern deliberately, signaling that it is prepared to intervene. Behind the scenes, negotiations may already be underway. Financial settlements, legal pressure, quiet offers to buy back sensitive materials. The royal family has done it before, but cooperation requires trust. And trust between King Charles and Prince Andrew appears to be in short supply. Caught in the middle are Prince William and Prince Harry, estranged brothers, but united in one thing: protecting their mother's memory. For them, these letters are not assets. They are pieces of Diana's soul. As this drama continues to unfold, one truth becomes impossible to ignore. Princess Diana's legacy remains as powerful and as destabilizing as ever. Even in death, her words have the ability to shake the monarchy. Whether these letters are ever sold or quietly locked away, the damage may already be done. The mere possibility exposes how fragile the peace within the royal family truly is. And as the lights remain on inside Royal Lodge, one question lingers in the air. When history becomes currency, who ultimately pays the price? We'll be watching closely.